What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Self-Spoken Podcast, the final episode of this season of the Self-Spoken Podcast. I'm your host, Self-Spoken Law, and I got my two co-hosts with me here today. OddwOrld, say what up.
What up? It's your boy OddwOrld.
And I got my guy Brotegé, we see what's good.
Got Brotegé in the building.
You know, special introduction today, my brother?
No, because this is like the final episode, so I want to keep it
genuine.
Cool. Yeah, keep it genuine and feel like we're about to end it off with a amazing purpose. So, but definitely season 3, I'm going in on something. I don't give a fuck if I even make it up. I'm gonna do it. I don't care.
You better do the whole episode in another language. Like that's
sick.
What you should do.
You're sick. What? So then he could have time putting subtitles on? I don't know about that one.
You just gotta speak it well enough that Google recognizes all, and the auto translate works.
Yeah.
The audio translate is pretty terrible. Though,
yeah, it's dookie. You can say something so smooth, like, and it still winds up messing you up.
Yeah.
Like the Genius app.
Yeah. How my guys doing today, man?
I feel good. I have been the busiest that I've been in any of the seasons this week. But I got through it, and I'm chilling. And it just so happens that it falls on the same week as the last episode. It's like a nice. I don't know. It fits. You know, it really fits. And I'm glad that we made it to 10 episodes, bro. That's sick.
Yeah. Last
sick.
Month, we ended at 5 because of our age.
We give that a little round of applause.
Yeah.
Come on, man. 10 episodes in.
Yep.
Love it. As far as my week goes, it was kind of busy too, but I managed. Trying my best to save all energy possible for today, just because.
Yeah.
You know, so.
No, because I had my highs, I had my lows. One of my big highs was the Joey Bada performance, which I went to and you went to, and the person we're primarily going to talk about today is Joey Bada, so that makes me happy. One of my favorite rappers, big fan of my guy. One
of all 3 of our favorite rappers, I would say. Definitely.
Respectfully.
Flatbush Kid too, like.
Respectfully.
Means a lot.
Yeah. So we definitely wanted to close off the final episode with my guy Joey. He released 3 singles so far. His album will be released July 22nd, and we're just gonna go straight through with the songs. The first song he released, actually, no, I lied. The first song he released was Head High. He released it months ago, but he released his first song and video, Where I Belong. So we want to talk about that one first. How I feel about Where I Belong, the song and the video, really.
So the video fits big time because of LES, because he shot a lot of it at LES. Lower East Side, pretty famous skate park. If you're in New York, you know you've probably seen it before. 100,000 shoots have been done there. You know, professionals have had performances. Contests there, whatever, and that goes all the way back to the cover of 1999, which is 2 people skateboarding. Like it's him and somebody else skateboarding. Like it fits. It just fits, and it I think it's a nice look back from him. You could tell it's a nice it's not trying to be 1999 part 2. This is obviously after 1999. Yeah.
Basically the year step into 1,000,
A little bit about the song, though. Anything to say about the song, really?
That shit is hard, yeah. I like it. The beat is nice. It fits the older beats. Yeah, it's a little slower, I think, than his older stuff, maybe. It's a little more chill. Definitely sounds grown. Like, it sounds like he grew.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, the point of this. The biggest point of this is to show time, Yeah. And I think it fits. I think everything fits about it, the video and the song.
Yeah.
I like the visuals of the video. Like the edit. The editing does make you feel like, we are back in the 2000 era, like the 90s, 2000 era. That's pretty cool. And I like how he's as much as it shows that aspect of, you know, 90s and thousands of early New York, he's mixing it with like his wealth, how far he's came. Like, yeah, this is where I started, but this is where I am now. You know, like this is where everything came from, but you see all the things that I have now, that's where I'm at. But I still got love for the old hood, no matter what. So, and in the record, I felt like the record was dope. It was just an expression of, you know, the come up, just like a regular come up record that sounded dope, and that's really all I can say.
Yeah.
It just sounded bomb.
The song to me was just a showcase of skill. That's what it was to me. Just, I'm talking my shit. I'm better than you. I got more money than you. That's what the song felt like to me. Not much else that I need to say about the song itself. I just really enjoy it. It sounds nice.
Yeah.
The video was great, and it really looked like a 90s video, because the length of the video, the screen of the video, nowadays it perfectly fits like laptops and TVs or whatever. But back in the day, the screens were shorter, and the video is actually shorter.
Yeah.
It fits the 90s screen, so I really like that. The video itself, him recording around the park, people skating, it really looks like a 90s video. That's why I really appreciate it. The filters look 90s, the visuals he took look 90s, the screen is 90s, so I really appreciate it. It makes me look back at the older videos I used to watch.
And there was one cool thing about the video too, to show that change too, is like a lot of the video clips look 90s, like you said. But every now and then there would be a picture, like just a still picture, and it would be like an HD picture of wherever they were. And it was like a really quick flash, and that was really cool.
That.
Yeah,
that was dope.
Yeah, shout out to the director.
Definitely. You guys want to mention anything else a little bit about the video, or we just want to keep moving?
I think for me that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah, I think, you know, the spots he picked, like, you know, obviously, the building that he grew up in, you know, stuff like that. Like it's a callback, and it's a nice little callback song, and it's not too much. Like it was probably, I mean, I haven't listened to the album yet, but it sounds like the best song to release before the album's out. You know?
Yeah, with a music video too, I thought.
Yeah.
It was good.
Next song we want to talk about, Head High. He released this song first, and there's actually a colors performance with it. That was pretty dope. How do you feel about this song, Head High?
This song, I remember I heard it coming out of work a little while ago, and I was able to visualize it a little better because I was in my headphones, and like, you know, I wasn't watching him perform it or anything. I was able to visualize it, and like, I think the chorus on this one is really nice and really well written. Like, I think it shows the perfect balance of there are highs and lows, and you need to get through the lows. You know, some of the lows seem way deeper than, you know, it is, but you don't know when it's gonna get better. Like, and that's the thing is, life. You know, he's talking about life is so momentary, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't know what's gonna get when it's gonna get better, and he's talking about how he got through the highs or the lows to get to those highs and whatnot. And then obviously you have the second verse about X and his personal interactions with him and you know, all that stuff. I think that's a really nice touch, and you could see X obviously impacted him.
Yeah.
Enough to, you know, he made a whole verse about it.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like one thing to not overstep was to overlook whatever is, what was it? I know he was talking about X and where how X had first showed him his entire album, and you know he wanted feedback, and he gave him that feedback, but I think he felt the relief that somebody could take his criticism without having to
Be
feel
offended.
like,
Yeah.
because that's what he said. Like, oh, you know, most niggas will look at it as like, you know, I'm downplaying it or, you know, acting like that shit is ass. No, he's just, you know, giving his personal critique of his album, and X took it to make himself sound better rather than just, you know, saying, oh, what you mean, nigga?
Yeah.
I worked hard on this shit, nigga. What you mean this shit is ass?
I doubt Joey said all that.
No, I'm talking about X.
said
But
that
like,
to
you know,
Joey.
A lot of people, but you know how a lot of people.
Oh, you saying my album is ass?
Yeah,
Like that?
yeah, like a lot of. That's what how he felt. He felt like a lot of people would be like, "The fuck you trying to say? My shit dirt, nigga."
Yeah.
Like nah. So that was you know that's like a definite high for both Joey and X.
Yeah.
Because you know criticism goes a long way, and it's, instead of some people acknowledging it and trying to fix it, they tend to you know backlash upon it. They tend to make you look like the villain or some sort. But
and they made a great song.
they really did.
I enjoy this song. The beat is just so smooth.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you ain't mentioned the beat. You're a producer. You love
Yeah, Mr.
mentioning the
808.
beats and songs.
I think it was
Mr.
just
808?
Huh?
What happened, Mr. 808?
There's no 808s in this song.
I know what you're He always with the 808s.
No, there was like it was a natural bass. It's nice. It's I don't know. It reminds me of what is it? Oh my god, I always forget the name of the song. There's a Mobb Deep song, the sample to Saint Tropez by J. Cole. I can't remember, but it just reminds me of like those old school maybe Fugees vibes. Like it was really nice. Like I think it's just so Joey's producers are just so clean. It's like that's the norm for him now.
Static is stupid.
Yeah, Static is ridiculous. Like Powers is ridiculous. Like yeah.
Yeah, that beat was just nice and smooth. It was a nice contrast to the earlier song you mentioned. About the XXX thing, I feel like he wants to talk about him maybe because he has a lot of controversy around him, especially these past couple of years. He has a lot of controversy around him. But I feel like he wanted to mention him to say that he was still a nice and chill guy at the end of the day. We really connected and we became friends. So I feel like he just mentioned him just to, I guess, mention the positives about him. Because a lot of people talk about the negatives, of course. You do something to the extent that he did, then that's all that people talk about you. They don't care about your music, what you did positively, they don't care. All they talk about is the negatives. But Joey is mentioning the positives. So that was nice to hear. Overall, this is a really smooth song. And like you said, the chorus is nice. The chorus is really, really nice. The last song he released, so far anyway, was Survival's Guilt. That song is very touching. He said it himself, this was his most emotional song perhaps. He talked about Capital Steez, who passed away of course, and he talked about his cousin, Junior B, that passed away as well. Yeah, I want to talk about it.
Okay. When I first heard this record, I instantly thought of Long Live Steelo, like instantly, because it gave me that same like hurt feeling. You know, the fact that you know you're speaking on him, trying to keep his name relevant. But I ain't gonna lie. If I'm gonna be honest, I feel like Long Live Steelo, to me personally, is like a real hurtful one more than Survival what?
Survivor's Guilt.
Survivor's Guilt, yeah. Just to me. I don't know, because I feel like the whole instrumental and the fact that, it was recent at that time and everything, it just feels like it fits. This one, on the other hand, I feel like this is a more, way to elaborate a lot more of their relationship rather than how it was beforehand. Yeah. And a very appreciative moment where he spoke about their family. Yeah. About Steez's family, like, yo, y'all tried to make me into a monster, maybe something I'm into not, but yeah, like, there's not a diss or anything, it's just like, yo, I'm just trying to set the record straight with this record about his unreleased music and rights and stuff that y'all was going for.
Yeah. Because a lot of fans, they were like, yo, where's King Capital? King Capital was going to be Capital C's album. Where is it? A lot of people felt like Joey was just hiding it and he just was trying to be jealous or spiteful or whatever, but his family didn't want the album released, and he explained it a couple times, but fans were just like, "Yo, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?" So he finally said in the song, "This is what happened. His family did not want the music released. That's that. Stop talking about it.
Yeah.
That's it."
Yeah. I think it shows time. Like again, I think it's another, concept of this has been time. And I don't know if he meant to do this on purpose, but survival tactics matches survivor's guilt.
I was thinking about that.
I was thinking too.
Yeah, it's a perspective. It basically, this song, I think, answers a lot of questions that a lot of his fans had, and a lot of people who were eager to hear Steez's music had. I think it's not a playlist song, but it's definitely one that means a lot to Joey.
Yeah.
So it was,
Respectfully.
right. Yeah. It has its place. It has its place. It's a nice vibe. Nothing too crazy. The drums are very, very very bare and, not the loudest things in the world, not the craziest things, and just smooth.
Yeah. I like the beginning where Capital Steez was talking, and I like the ending where Absol was talking about Pereira, Joey, and Capital Steez as well. That was a nice touch. And if I'm not mistaken, somebody pointed it out on Twitter, the beat actually started in 47 seconds. So that was real nice. I actually looked at it. I played the song and I looked at the seconds, and the beat started at 47 seconds.
Oh, really?
That's what's up.
I believe so. I only looked once, but I gotta look back again. But I'm pretty sure it started at 47 seconds.
That's pretty cool if that's the case.
Yeah.
They knew what they was doing with that.
Yeah.
If it's true, I gotta look through again.
Yeah.
But
if anything, it still sounds like it.
yeah,
it was a thing.
I see this song being his most touching, and he said it himself. I really didn't want to talk about them too much, like Steez and Junior B, because he did mention Steez and obviously Long Live CeeLo, but I felt like he really wanted to just open his heart up, just say what's going on, how I felt. He was talking about how him and Steez were trying to just advance emotionally, but he was just trying to chill a little bit. But
Right.
Steez, he just kept going, and maybe that's part of the reason why he unfortunately committed suicide. And Joey felt like that was kind of my fault. I wasn't there to help him.
Right.
And he also talked about his cousin Junior B, like I said, and he really hated that he wasn't able to be alive to see his daughter, That really sucks, but this song is really nice. I enjoyed this song. It's a real touchy track.
Yeah.
Real touchy track. Now, some negative things that have been going on. Well, before I ask, do y'all want to talk about the song a little more, or just want to move on?
No, I thought it has its place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like that it's the second to last song on the album. If you see everything
I saw
else is
the
blocked,
track
but
list, yeah.
it was the second to last.
Gotcha.
This is definitely the type of song to almost finish the album.
Yeah.
I like that. But now there's some kind of controversy that's going around right now. People are complaining about the album rollout, and some of his fans have said this is the worst album rollout I've ever seen.
Oof.
I wouldn't go that far, but long story short, what happened was the album was supposed to drop June 17th,
Yeah.
but the day before he said I had sample clearance issues. I really couldn't do it. But June 17th is the same day that Drake released Honestly Nevermind. So people were saying that, oh, you only postponed it because Drake was dropping the same day. But he clarified, why would I do that? It was legit sample clearance issues. I don't think he would lie about that, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So another announcement he let out was that, hey, I'm gonna update y'all tomorrow. So people were like, okay, we're gonna get the new album date finally. And then the next day he said a new song is coming. So people were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't have the album date. What is going on? What's up with y'all? And that day he released the album and video, if I'm not mistaken. It was either a song with Where I Belong and video, or it was another song. I can't remember, but I know he at least released a song, and he also released the date, and the date was July 22nd, and people were like, "It's so damn far."
Yeah.
So people do not like the album Rollout, and especially because the tour started last week Sunday. So how are you having a tour for an album that isn't gonna be released until probably the tour finishes? So people were not happy about it at all. How y'all feel about the album Rollout? Was it really that bad? How we feeling?
I ain't gonna say it was that bad. It's confusing. It does get a little confusing in a sense because you had a set date at first, right? Then you couldn't due to, copyright issues. Not copyright issues, sample issues. That's the first part we could definitely understand. Like, we ain't gonna take that away from you. But when you say that you have an update, we're obviously gonna mainly think, all right, we're gonna get some news about the album that you postponed due to issues. So let's see what's up. Why the fuck out of all things you said, hey man, I got a new song dropping? Nigga, we ain't asked you for that. We ain't asked you for a song. Nigga, you said a whole project. Why are we worried about one song right now? Yeah. Well, I see why I see why, because we still don't know what was taking place during that time. It could have still been wrapping up the issues. So if so, it's cool that we at least were able to get a song or something. But then again, it's like, maybe it was best to clarify that first part still among the album, and then you could be like, but I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging. Here's a song off the album, or here's a song directly from somewhere, yada yada. That probably would have, helped it out a little. You still probably get a lot of hating ass niggas, but nonetheless, you're gonna at least we have a lot more clarification than we needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But niggas ain't never gonna be satisfied.
I mean, it's not the best album release I've ever seen, or album rollout I've ever seen. It's not the worst either, because there have been controversial ones in the past. Like, I don't know. There have been ones that are like, people are trying to get the album banned before it's even out type shit.
Dang.
So this doesn't touch that level. In terms of his own advertising, maybe it's that bad. It's not the best rollout in terms of his numbers. His numbers won't be as good as if he had released it on the day that he said he would have released it. Yeah. His albums definitely won't be, or his numbers won't be as good.
Maybe it would have been less than if you released it July 22nd because of Drake.
Right.
What people care about.
Right. Well, I'm also taking it from his perspective, which would have been releasing it and not knowing Drake was going to release an album that day. Yeah. So, like, we don't know. But what
because
this does...
Sorry to cut you off.
You good.
He did post on his story, I have sample clearance issues, I'm going to postpone it. Before Drake announced it.
Yeah.
So, some people are saying him obviously being a well-known rapper, he probably knew Drake was releasing. That's why he postponed. Right. But then, I don't know about that one.
Nah, we'll talk about it in a little bit, the concert, but he even stated like,
yeah,
you thought I'd postpone this because of Drake? That's what he said.
Drake.
But Drake. No, but it's not the best. Do I think it should matter to people as much as it does? Yes and no. I feel worse for the people that don't get to go see him in concert, actually. And I have a different perspective.
Wow.
I'm just telling you why. I'm not saying you should feel bad. I'm just telling you why. There's a different perspective. I had a different perspective before and after going to the concert, though.
You and me both.
Yeah. So, before the concert, I was assuming I was going to be like, or I think, you and I were both skeptical, like, what the fuck is this? Like, he's just going to do old songs and then a couple new songs, hopefully, right? And then we won't know anything, and blah blah blah, all this stuff. But we'll talk about how he changed our perspective with that performance later. But now with my new perspective, it's like his team did such a good job of pivoting that concert to fit him not releasing the album.
Mm-hmm.
I think he really did a good job. Those concerts do a good job of giving you so much context. And I'm sure it's not just New York people that would say that. I'm sure at the other concerts they would probably say that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the reason I feel bad for worse, and it's not even. I'm saying it shouldn't be that serious. Like it's 2 weeks, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
But people who are not going to the concert, I can understand being really out of the loop and just like not even, because you don't even have a concept of what 2000 is yet, right?
Yeah.
But going to that concert really helped me understand. Okay, now I know what he's going for with this.
Yeah.
So you're just out of the loop. But I know for a fact, first time we hear that shit, it's gonna be like you're gonna be like, oh yeah, like now it all makes sense. It all comes together.
Yeah.
But it's not the best rollout.
Yeah. It's definitely not the best. But I doubt it's the worst either. I can't think of any rollouts where I'm just like, this is terrible. I can't even think of that.
Yeah, there's none that come to mind.
Even Drake, he released the album like less than 24 hours, but that's not a bad album rollout because that's fucking Drake.
Right.
And
even the one that got leaked wasn't even a bad rollout.
If you read this, got leaked, right?
Yeah. And that ended up being like one of the biggest.
Yeah.
His most popular.
One of his best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's slow.
But I guess it was the tweet where he was like, album update tomorrow. People were like,
that shit.
That
shit was not cool.
We're getting the date.
That shit was not cool.
And then the next day he was like, new song coming. And people were like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I understand that frustration.
Yeah. That shit was not cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
Here's a question. Do we know if that tweet came out before that first Sunday performance or after?
Yes, I believe so.
Came out before the Sunday performance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, not a good move.
I definitely understand the frustration.
Yeah.
He could have just... I mean, what I think he should have done, the first tweet, he should have said, yo, new song coming out. Album update coming out soon. He shouldn't have said album update because people's expectation would have been like, okay, we're going to get the date or it's going to come out soon. Something along those lines. So he should have said first, hey, this is a new song. The album date is gonna come soon. Then people would have known what was going on instead of just having their head think of 10 different things. So he could have said something better than.
Yeah, he didn't give any context with that shit.
Yeah, that wasn't the best idea. But now here's the thing. I want to talk about it in a perspective that we didn't watch the show yet.
Okay, yeah.
Should he have postponed the whole thing because it was the 1999-2000 tour? This whole tour is based off of the album, but it didn't release yet. So should he have postponed the whole thing entirely for now?
Thinking about it from someone who did not go to the performance's perspective.
Yes.
Should he have postponed? Here's the thing. He really can't because of scheduling with these places. The industry takes that shit very seriously. So I think it would be very expensive to move it back. I think it would just be impractical on his end to move it back.
So he would have no other option but to stick
to do exactly what he did.
It's already bad enough that the album had a switch date. Imagine pushing that all back and then you have a lot of complications later on.
Right, and then you might not have the same people going, and people gotta, there's a lot of reasons that venues don't do it because there's a lot of shit that they would have to deal with.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of. I think if he wanted to push it back, I think he might have wanted to push it back. Just so you could get the full experience with the album out and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't think there was a possibility of the tour being pushed back, unfortunately.
If there was a possibility, should he have done it?
Sheesh. As much as I want to say, yeah, since there's not new content out, that's probably the reason why I would say yeah. But I would say no, just off the strength of finances and how the label moves. It'll be a difficult stretch like later on if you decide to plan into like August, September, wherever, whichever point, it's gonna be difficult. So it's best that he just stuck with that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, even if it was possible to postpone it, I don't think it's the best idea, because if you do that, some venues might give you your money back. And the people that get their money back, they're just going to be like, oh, well, I don't want to go to the next one. I don't want to do that. So that's...
Right. And
that's
some people sometimes just can't.
Yeah.
What if you're going to a Joey concert and then he reschedules to the exact time you're like in another state or out of the country?
Yeah.
Or at work or whatever.
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
How inconvenient would that be? It's just, my main problem was that this tour was mostly for the album. So the fact that the album isn't out yet,
Yeah.
I would just hear like a bunch of old songs, which isn't bad, but I wanted to hear the new album, you know? That's what I wanted to hear. But I believe he maneuvered it very well, and I guess we could lead into the concert. Yeah, the performance.
I'm gonna let y'all take this one.
Yeah. Somebody didn't go. I don't know why. You hate my guy Joey. Why you ain't go?
I'm not saying anything.
No, not you. Not you. This is over here. Yeah, I definitely don't hate Joey. It's just I was scheduled that night, so couldn't really do it.
Nah, yeah.
Good player,
We talked about it before.
Yeah, so
Neither of us would have gone to that concert after that shift.
yeah.
11, like, fuck that. Like, it would not have happened.
Yeah.
But
that concert. Well, first of all, shout out to my guy Nick Caution. Shout out to my guy Capella Gray. They performed before Joey, so
Yeah.
shout out to them.
That's what's up.
He did much better than I expected. I'm not gonna
who,
lie.
Joey?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Because you said the other two first.
Yeah, no. I wanted to maybe focus on Joey. I'm not gonna lie. My main problem was that he was just gonna play mostly old songs, but it was the transition he did that was great.
Yeah.
Because it was the 1999 to 2000 tour, so he started with 1999 and transitioned through all the mixtapes and the albums, and then led with some songs with 2000.
Yeah.
So that transition was great, yo.
Yeah. And it matches up with the name of the tour, because I noticed this the other day. It's not 1999, 2000, 1999-2000.
Yeah.
So he really went through 1999, Brooklyn Nights, Before the Money, a whole bunch of singles, All American Badass, a whole bunch of more singles, and then he played unreleased stuff.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It was. Then that's what I'm saying. That pivot right there is fire for their team, because like going into it, we had no idea what to expect, and then we get in there, and he's like, "Yo, you ready for? I'm gonna take you guys on a journey." And we were like, "Nah, bro."
Fire.
And then he played this and that, and we're like, "Nah, bro, he's really playing all this shit."
Yeah,
you know.
same.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a really nice performance, and he got very personal in that performance, and I think it was because it's New York City.
Yeah.
Oh, his own.
And it was also Steez's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
It was Steez's birthday.
His birthday.
Oh,
that was the
boy.
same day he released a song Survivor also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
boy.
a dedication to Steez.
Yeah, it was a
That
very
makes
personal
sense.
day. And Terminal 5 was fire. The venue was fire.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very packed, but
Wait, where was it again?
Terminal 5,
Yeah, it's
like
cool.
50
In the
something
city.
street,
Yeah.
West Side,
Okay.
West Side Highway ish.
Yo, I'm very like kind of to myself kind of person, but there I was dancing in circles. I was moshing. I don't know what was.
I have
that
videos.
Was not me.
I have
That
videos
was
of the
not me.
Pop Smoke. Oh no, not the Pop Smoke. The Meek Mill song came on.
Oh yeah.
And you
Dreams
got
and Nightmares and
Dreams,
Oh.
yeah. And he gets into, he's just like in a fucking circle, like screaming at people the lyrics of the song, like everybody in the circle screaming the lyrics.
I'm fucking crying.
And it was just like a mosh after that, like, you know.
Yeah.
And there were so many moshes too.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I'm not gonna lie, though, towards the end, there was like 1 or 2 more moshes. I couldn't. I was like exhausted. I was so hungry.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
I didn't expect that many moshes at a Joey concert, but in hindsight, it makes sense considering what he played.
Yeah.
And what day it was.
Because you know what it is? All American Badass sounds pretty modernized.
Right.
So some of those songs are very mosh worthy.
Right.
Especially Devastated.
Yeah, Devastated people were active too.
Yeah. People are going crazy with Survivor Texas also. That's not the first.
He played that twice, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He played it at the beginning and then the end of the concert.
That's crazy.
At the end, I had to leave. But it's so hard to leave out of a mosh because like everybody's dancing,
pushing
like,
you
okay,
in the outside too. Yeah.
Because like I was so tired, bro. I was starving. Like I just couldn't.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
It was just the main thing was just the journey. I'm not sure if that's something he thought of when he was supposed to release the album. Maybe it is because
I
you
think
said
so.
1999, 2000, so it sounds like he would have made it like a journey anyway. What?
Cube.
Oh shit! I forgot about it. I completely forgot about
This was some meta game. This is some meta game.
Yeah. This was talked about.
Long story short, my guy O knows how to play with a Rubik's Cube. So
know how to play with it. Know how to solve a Rubik's Cube.
Know how to play with it is insane.
You know what the fuck I meant. You know what I meant. So he knows how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So we were supposed to play around with it, but I completely forgot, and so did he. So
yeah.
I guess we're just gonna do it towards the end. I'm gonna just mess it up. He's gonna try to fix it
while talking about what the fuck we're supposed to be talking about.
But
so you'll be good.
I'm on the easy part, dude. I'm like, this is all memory now. I just gotta talk about the concert.
Oh yeah. Oh, so this, what?
Alright, here you go.
Just showing you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll do it up here on camera while I talk. Yeah, I mean, I just thought, you know... Oh, were we talking about whether or not he thought of that concept before?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the thing was, like, you know...
It's the sounds.
I do think he thought of it before. I think he thought of this concept before, but it just so happened to fit perfectly with the album not coming out and people going to the album.
Right.
I think that this concept would have fit both ways, like whether or not what happened or what, you know, or if the release was a good release.
Yeah.
Because I think he did such a good job with the song choice that it doesn't really matter. Like, I think even when the album's out and people go to this concert, they're gonna be going crazy.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you have the concept of, you know, the actual music or not.
Yeah.
Plus, he really only played one fully unreleased song.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
get into next. Yes, you could.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't want a bunch of unreleased songs played at a concert. Because remember Rolling Loud when Coil Ray, she played a unreleased song, people were just like, okay.
Yeah,
so that's kind of how it was.
But here's my question with that. What concert was that at?
I believe Rolling Loud.
That was
that's the thing. That's the difference. So, but that's the difference.
What the fuck?
Is crazy. Pass it back to me. I'm gonna fuck it up.
That's the difference, though, because Joey, I feel like you can do those things if you have a concert by yourself.
So
but if you're playing unreleased material,
fuck it up a little bit.
All right.
If you're playing,
we ain't done.
All right.
If you're playing unreleased material at a festival, and you don't know that you're gonna have die-hard fans at that festival,
that is true.
That is
because this was in New York. Probably people since day one were there.
Right.
So if you're playing unreleased music, they're still gonna vibe just because they're a big fan of you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when my fault.
No, go
like
ahead.
when what is it? When KOD was coming out for Cole, he had that whole little venue. He was like, "Oh, y'all want to hear his new album, or whatever." Yeah, like they obviously went because they're like big Cole fans, and they bumped the entire thing.
Yeah.
But just off the strength that it's Cole, so and where he was, so I utterly assume that just because it's where Joey is, and his surrounding, it's okay for him to put out like an unreleased song because that's what everybody likes to hear. And it's crazy because you know how everybody is and I don't know if this is everywhere, but I know for a fact at NY niggas be getting hold of like unreleased shit just like that.
Yeah.
Bro.
I don't know how y'all niggas be doing it, but send me some of these, my nigga.
New York hears all of the Playboy Cardi leaks before
bro.
everyone else.
Bro,
You remember?
Seth G's, all that, nigga.
Yo, y'all remember when Playboy Cardi was at a performance?
Yeah.
And he was playing some unreleased music, and the people were like saying this song.
Yeah.
And he was like, "How y'all know that song?"
Yeah, how you guys know the lyrics already?
Like, what the actual fuck? Yeah.
Yo, bro, Playboy Cardi will go in the studio. As soon as he leaves the studio, that shit gets leaked already.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy.
Bro, he's the type of dude to pull up to a studio and be like, yo, I'm trying to fix some stuff. Like, I want to just clean up some lines here and there. And then he's like, yeah, it's this song that's going to be on my new album. And then the producer's like, oh, yeah, I already know that song. Like, what do you want to punch in? Like, his shit's already done for him.
Yeah, I just didn't want him to play like half the album unreleased, so I'm glad he really didn't do that. He played the 3 songs that he released already and then 1 unreleased. I don't think he played much else from the album. I appreciate that he did that. I really did.
So now, and then think about it like this: now that the tour is still going, after the album release and everybody like lets the album sink in, it's like, now we can fuck with all the music and shit because we heard this, that, and the third. He can switch up his own criteria for the next couple shows.
I'm just happy that my expectations were kind of regular. I was like, I'll just go in there, I'll just see what happens. I was kind of worried. And some days my expectations were actually low. I was just like, I don't feel like hearing 1999 for the 1,000th time. I love that mixtape, but oh shit! I just realized he finished it again. Pass it back, bro. Because this is nuts. You're not gonna do this one before we finish recording.
Just like extending the episode.
Yeah, we're not gonna do this. Anyway, so that was my thing. I just didn't want half the album to be unreleased, or I just didn't want to keep listening to the same like projects I've been listening to the whole time. But he just played like 3-4 songs of each project that he released, so that was cool. Including some singles. Some features actually, but I actually didn't know some of those songs. I need to go back and find out. He played a song with was it Benny the Butch?
Who?
Joey.
At the concert?
Yeah.
I'm not. He didn't play the features on any of the songs.
Benny or Conway? I can't quite remember.
Yeah, he didn't play the features on any of the songs that he played. He only played his parts. There's 2 things that are really cool to note, though. One is he has a new producer that he announced at the show.
I believe so.
He's like, hey, this is the new guy. He's like all over the album. I can't remember his name at the moment. I think he's a Philly guy. I think I remember him saying that he was a Philly guy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or something like that. So he has a new producer, which is pretty cool. No apparent sign of an Alchemist track, unfortunately.
Damn.
But we'll see. We'll see what the hell happens.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like for me personally, Alchemist is in my top three producers.
3?
Like right now or all time?
All time. For me, I have because like I could do a top 10, but for me he's in top 3. I love this nigga's instrumentals, bro.
I don't have a producer list. All I know, Timbo is number 1. Fuck all.
Of course,
yeah.
Timbaland is top.
Timbaland is number 1.
I have Kanye as my number 1.
Bro, Timbaland is so stupidly versatile, bro.
That's true.
I went on Genius one time, and I just saw his producer credits, and I'm like, he produced this song? Like oh shit. The length was extensive, bro. The amount of songs he produced, like the amount of artists he produced for, like it's ridiculous.
I'm just letting you know, past 25 moves of messing a Rubik's Cube up, it doesn't get any more messed up.
Wow. Why do you know that?
I just do. Like,
well,
it's all algorithms and shit.
Oh my god.
There's no reason for me to even touch it.
Yeah.
He said.
Thank you for putting that out there, bro.
I'm just letting you know you could have messed it up more if you wanted to.
I mean, but then
They
again,
can't. You said after 25 moves, that's it.
Yeah, but you could have just done it for like, I don't know, shits and giggles. I don't know.
shits and giggles, and then look fucking
Nuts.
stupid on camera.
Nuts.
But yeah,
Do we have anything else to say about the concert specifically? My boy concentrated.
He performed Infinity 888,
damn.
which was pretty cool. The X song.
Yeah.
And everyone and their moms knew the lyrics to that. I was happy about that.
Right.
Very diverse crowd, too. You had a lot of... Oh, that's what I wanted to get into. Now I'm remembering. So he had Capella Gray open for him.
Yeah, that was
And
nice.
and I was talking about during the concert, a lot of females were enjoying the set, but for the most part, a lot of the males in the crowd, and because the crowd was actually majority males, was pretty silent during that, and maybe dancing a little bit, but I didn't see much. My thing was Capella Gray's a dance hall artist, and Joey's very much a hip hop artist, and like you know, the what's it called?
Oh, go ahead and stun on a nigga. Why don't you?
This is nuts. This is nuts. He did it intentionally on like a little design.
Yeah.
How? We need you to freestyle while doing that like Logic. Like Logic did.
You're hilarious.
Do that.
But yeah, I just thought it was interesting because it didn't feel like that dynamic of that crowd fit the other crowd. Here and there, I think there were some good moments. Capella Gray had a really good hype man.
Yeah. Hype men.
Hype
Yeah,
man.
like-
He had a whole
yeah,
hype
couple-
squad.
Yeah.
I don't
A
know.
bunch of niggas on there.
But,
cool.
But I mean, yeah, like, you know, it wasn't the vibe that fit the overall night. But as you said, it probably sold tickets. It definitely sold tickets.
Yeah. A lady told us, she was like, I'm here for Capella
Exactly.
Gray.
And she's like, I don't even listen to Joey's music.
Damn.
So it's like, yeah.
I see why you say diverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm diverse in terms of age, too. Because I honestly did not expect Gen Zers younger than us to be listening to Joey as hard as they were.
Yeah.
But these kids knew
That's
all
what's
the
up.
fucking lyrics.
That's
No,
what's up.
I kind of expected because he's not that much older than us when you think about it. He's 4 years older than us.
I was thinking of the 5-year album release gap, though.
That is true. That is true.
Like, I don't know how old some of these kids were
Yeah.
when All American Badass came out and whether or not they understood all the concepts and all that stuff, but... Oh, yeah. Half of this.
Overall. Oh, pass that to me one more time. I'm gonna mess it up. I'm telling you. Before
At least
we
do 10.
finish recording,
At least the 10.
I think.
Come on, feel the
I
type
don't
of-
know.
Because he already...
Because you want to get below 25 moves.
We're saying.
But
Yeah.
Man.
Anything else about the performance?
Not much. I thought it was great. I
Yeah.
thought it was amazing.
But,
One of the best
I-
performances I've seen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen not that many, but I was happy I went to that.
Yo, shouts out Terminal 5 for face value $35 for that concert. Shouts out. Because resale was $90 to $100.
Ugh. Ugh.
110, 120 I was seeing. I'm like,
Ugh.
no, you're never selling those. But, yeah. I just thought it's the best concert I've ever seen for $35. How about that?
Okay.
Straight up.
Good.
Yeah, perfect. That definitely sounds...
Anything else about
What do you-
Joey specifically?
I'm ready, bro. My body's ready for this.
Yeah, I was just like, that's it. Whoa. I cannot wait for the album.
I just wonder if this will be his best project. I know 1999 was a staple and it really got it started, but I'm not sure if that's necessarily his best.
I personally think Before the Money is his best.
I would agree
project.
with that. I would agree with that.
Bro, and I go back and I look at the numbers on For the Money. Not a lot of people have listened to that album. You go back and look at the numbers.
Correct. No, you are correct.
Like All American Badass has like pop album numbers, like hundreds of millions of views on multiple songs. And I didn't think it was that big. And then I go back to Before the Money, and there's only a couple songs that have double digits millions.
Oh, you're talking about All American Badass has mad views?
Yeah.
It's because it sounds modernized a little bit,
right.
Like I said.
Right.
I believe that's the main reason.
And that's true. I remember talking to my cousin and being like, I don't really understand the boom bap.
Why the fuck are you like that?
People are so
that's
weird.
How he said it.
People are so weird because they'll be like, "Oh, Joey, like all he makes is old school stuff. Like, come on, we in 2017. Like, I'm tired of this old school stuff. He makes some modernized music. I don't want to hear this shit.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like people were talking shit to him for months about Devastated.
I remember
that song
that.
is nice.
I remember that. He got a lot of shit for releasing that song.
I mean, I guess it depends on your fan base, but that song was nice.
Hell yeah. That song was mad good.
What's amazing is versatility. He was trying to be versatile. Appreciate it. But, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
There wasn't much rapping, honestly.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
He did another fucking design. What the hell, bro?
Bitch, bro.
He did another design.
Oh, they're right here.
What? I'm gonna look up on YouTube how to do Rubik's Cube.
Funny story. That's how a lot of niggas in my high school knew how to do Rubik's Cube.
Wow.
YouTube?
Yes.
That's how I figured it out way back in the day. I was like 13 when I figured it out. When I found out how to.
This is not so.
Ooh. Yeah. He was 13.
if you
for real though, if you this is a tip if you're ever wanting to get into Rubik's Cubing or like fucking buy a Rubik's Cube or whatever, do not buy an actual Rubik's Cube. They're fucking trash. Garbage.
Wait, is this not?
No. That's a Nova.
Oh,
I got it online.
Oh.
I'm
you
telling
know what?
you, bro.
This does feel smoother than
it's so much nicer, bro. And that shit was $7.
How much is it?
From China. Like probably $10 at Barnes & Noble.
Ew.
Yeah, and they're trash, bro. But that's like, that just goes to show you big name brands shit. That's like buying a Supreme shirt.
They're all that fucking
bro,
Supreme.
Bro, the regular white ups, $90.
Nice.
Supreme on them, almost $2.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Bro.
And the logo was
Insane.
this tiny.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, Rubik's is the supreme of, except the quality's not there. So.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
But I guess
that's it. We don't have to keep extending this episode because I keep solving this.
Yeah. And I guess we're out. This is the last episode of the season. Bittersweet. But
we got here.
I know we'll come back, definitely.
Let's hold on. First and foremost, let's just acknowledge the fact that we got here 10 episodes strong.
Yep.
No bullshit, no craziness, just 10 episodes of laughter, news, updates, and whatever the fuck else we did.
No crazy accidents.
No crazy accidents, yeah.
Thankfully.
Wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
Man, shout out God.
Yeah, and I think the biggest things for this season in terms of that was just delays, and like that wasn't even the worst shit ever.
No,
it could have been so much worse.
Yeah,
so
because it was delayed. Like it was supposed to be episode 6 for season 1. There was delays, and then when I started it, that's when I got into my accident. Yeah. So there's that. So there's a lot going on.
Did you just make a whole beat by doing that? He just made a beat by doing that.
I didn't mean to.
Give it to me.
Don't mix it again, bro. I'm not gonna solve it again on the episode.
Sick of this shit. Sick of this. Anyway, for those who made it to episode 10, I appreciate y'all so much.
If you made it to the end of episode 10,
Every fucking episode?
If you made it to the end of all of our episodes and you seriously watch, please let me know. Please let me know.
DM personally real quick and just
for real.
Seriously. I watched all episodes to the end. You know, y'all niggas are funny.
And even if you just watch every episode, not even the whole thing, please let us know.
Yeah, let us know nonetheless.
As long as you give a nigga DMs, I put our Instagram. Our personal Instagram and our group Instagram, so please let us know.
Yeah. Because we enjoy making it, but we love making it for you guys too.
Yeah, so definitely.
Let us know. We'll show some love back.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to end the season. I've never ended a season before.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look, man, like they say, all good things must come to an end. So
for now.
Yeah.
For now. This is our end. This is where we end on a positive. What are you doing?
Nothing. I was just gonna say something.
My bad. Go
ahead. No. I was just gonna wait.
I was just gonna say, this is the end for now, but this is not the end forever.
Yeah.
And we will definitely be back, hopefully stronger than ever, and just gonna continue giving the raw content, like how we have been doing.
Hip hop is the most popular genre in the world right now, so I'm sure there'll be no shortage of stuff to talk about. I mean, shit, we didn't even get to talk about the Migos before the end of the season.
No, we didn't get to speak about Double XL.
Right.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Oh man.
If you made it this far, thank you very much. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification.
The notification button. The little bell.
Share with your friends.
Yes.
Share with your mama.
And send us DMs for real.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it. I guess we're out for now.
Yeah.
It's your boy, Self-Spoken Law.
It's your boy, OddwOrld.
It's been Brotegé.
Yeah.
And this is the Self-Spoken Podcast, and we are out. Deuces.
Peace.
Already.
We tryna fuck up the summer. We tryna fuck up the summer. Yeah. We tryna fuck up the summer. Yup. We tryna fuck up the summer. Alright. We're coming in Rovers and Hummers. Yeah. BMWs and others. These niggas be rolling with gunners. Watch out, you better not run up. We tryna fuck up the summer. Yeah. We tryna fuck up the summer.